happened?
Well, I suspect murder.
We four are now tasked with the ever-pressing matter of who done it.
A really interesting sort of homage to like classic noir aesthetic, detective private eye stories that were sort of couched in a in a sort of modern setting of the pool hall. I thought the transition from the opening to the style setting could have been a little bit stronger, but was done in a way that I thought reflected sort of the influences. And I felt like that most of the strength of the piece came from the accuracy in which they captured sort of the dialogue and the pacing of the pieces that influenced the style that this particular short carried on. I thought that the lead actor and actress in particular were quite compelling, and there was a great sense of chemistry between the cast that really sort of reflected a unified thematic approach and sort of mental approach to establishing the style in a way that I felt was both authentic and try to making a twist on what you would expect from this type of concept. So I thought it was clearly done with this is a passion and style that came through and was performed in a way that made the piece endearing and relatable, even if it was in such a small and grounding setting in which not much is happening outside of this particular space. So I thought he did a great job navigating that and establishing dynamics in a time period that was not that vast to let this type of impulses play out. So it was well done and clearly approached with a sense of style that came through.
The tonal shift halfway through or about a third of the way through works really well. And the murder mystery aspect comes through and it punches really hard. But I also think that the first third of the short does a really great job of foreshadowing that something is amiss, with great editing and great sound design, with the getting of the drinks and the crack of lightning when the balls crack. I think that they did a really great job of using of all these different elements to sort of push us towards the narrative reveal that this is like like a murder mystery clue story. I think that I love the actress who played the butler. I thought she was hilarious, and I think that there's a lot of series of great reveals and great punchlines that end in sort of a mystery, like the murder mystery isn't really solved, which I really enjoyed actually. The casting of the different like archetypal clue characters was really smart as well, because you do get to sort of reveal the mystery and reveal the elements of what could have happened without actually answering the question and leaving it to the audience to really like decide or to deduce what exactly happened and how. So yeah, I thought it was really fun short, really inventive, a great take on the genre, and I love the tonal shift and the shift halfway through. I think all those things worked really well together.
Fun and engaging watch. I found myself drawn in. It was very Agatha Christie-esque. The way the story was kind of set up with this whodunit narrative. I also thought it was really smart to kind of make it almost seem like a dream and bring in this older kind of vibe, if you will, into this mystery. I think that was just made it a lot more creative and just made it a little more interesting. It was another layer in the film.
Q is one letter short for clue. I find that very ironic because that's definitely the biggest. I feel like that was this film's biggest inspiration. It felt like one giant game of Clue. I do like how our protagonist enters this dream world, and it very much feels like she's the only one not playing by these rules, and because of that, she ends up getting accused of the murder. Though I will say it also made me question at the end if by chance she did play a part in it, but at the same time, from what we saw from the edits, I don't think that would be possible, but you know, it does make you question some things. I had a lot of fun with this one. It was very neat. It was very funny. All the characters were very charismatic as well.
I thought that the noir elements in this were really fun and are working well. I think you've done a really good job of sort of capturing that kind of stylized look and dialogue, and it's a fun little twist on a detective story, and just a fun descent into genre that I think is working really nicely right now.
I liked the film noir style. I liked the crime mystery and, you know, them trying to figure it out and the cop being there, kind of like undercover cop, and then, you know, relating it to the Clue game I thought was interesting and smart.
I like the setting in the real world and the way that the black and white is used for the alternate universe. I really enjoyed the alternate universe and how the characters presented themselves. The almost over the top characterization was really enjoyable. And I liked how it managed to be silly and heartfelt serious at the same time.